Here comes the Queen.
The following contest is a tables, ladders, and chairs match, and is for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Introducing the challenger.
Back
from
in
the
NXT,
Queen
Charlotte
City,
was part of a group called the Four Horsewomen with Sasha Banks, Bayley, and Becky Lynch. Wow, has Charlotte evolved from those times? Many believe, Corey, Charlotte is the greatest of all time.
When it comes to history, making moments, capturing championships, and excelling inside the squared circle, nobody does it quite like Charlotte Flair.
Welcome, the Empress of Tomorrow.
And introducing the challenger from Osaka, Japan, Asuka.
The Irish last kicker.
And introducing the champion from Dublin, Ireland, the SmackDown Women's Champion, Becky Lynch.
One of the trailblazers in the women's evolution, part of the Four Horsewomen.
Hey, listen, I remember when Becky Lynch first came to NXT, she had moved to Orlando, Florida to be a personal trainer. Never thought she'd get the opportunity to be part of this company, and now she is one of the premier superstars in our women's division.
And we're ready to go here with this huge TLC match.
Front kick, beautiful.
Ooh, what impact. Oh, nasty impact.
To the outside where she has all the time in the world to do what she needs to do. Drop kick.
Suplex.
Drop kick.
Beautiful.
Here's a warning for the women facing Asuka. Stretch. Because if you're not stretched out beforehand, Asuka, she'll help you out with that. A submission artist and a striking specialist. She can either kick your lights out or, for good measure, snap your arm off.
Now that'll do some serious damage.
Nice calf kick. Great elevation.
Oh, backing it up there.
Oh, you know that hurt.
And again, Corey mentioned Asuka knocking her opponent's lights out. You don't want to be overzealous. You have to be passive with someone like Asuka because one kick can end it all.
I'd be surprised if anyone can recall their match with Asuka, because once you've been kicked that hard, it's pretty hard to remember.
Charlotte not in a great way here.
She might want to think about taking a breather and letting the other two women go at it for a while.
This is where she checks all her extremities to make sure they're still working correctly.
Oh.
Because I can assure you that if her leg gives out, there is no way she's winning this match.
How she responds to this is going to be very important moving forward. She simply cannot let it take her out of her game plan.
Boom, what impact!
That might have just broken something.
face Asuka when she's rolling.
Oh! And she goes down hard.
That'll leave a mark.
Back in from the apron.
Brought in the hard way. Axe handle finds its target.
Oh my God, shoulder breaker.
That could cause long-term damage.
Let's make sure everyone's clear on the rules of a TLC match. There are no pinfalls, no countouts, no disqualifications, and no submissions. The only way to win is to climb the ladder and retrieve the championship or championships that are suspended high above the ring.
Byron, before you mention the strategy some superstars have implemented for competing in the triple threat match, and that includes having a finishing maneuver to put someone away for the 1-2-3 in a submission to make them tap out. There are many superstars in WWE who can do just that, which makes them even more dangerous to opponents.
The way I look at it is you can never have enough weapons at your disposal, especially in something like a triple threat match. If a superstar can defeat someone by pinfall...
Look at Asuka. Striking from every direction.
And one to the face.
Charlotte is in trouble.
I was lucky enough to call many of Charlotte Flair's biggest matches as she kickstarted the women's revolution with the likes of Bayley, Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, and so many more.
And again, this is for the Women's Championship. Oh, my God. Corey, Charlotte's NXT run helped more than just women. It also helped the brand grow as those women's matches brought many new viewers to WWE Network.
NXT is appointment viewing for folks every week. And the women there are tomorrow's main eventers. Charlotte's groundwork is a big reason for that.
All right, listen up, morons, especially you, Byron. A tables, ladders, and chairs match, commonly known as a TLC match, originated thanks to three of the greatest tag teams of all time. I'm talking about the Dudley Boys, the Hardy Boys, and Edge and Christian. You got the tables for the Dudleys, the ladders for the Hardys, and the chairs for E&C.
Corey, you spoke about the TLC match. It is interesting to note that the TLC match was created because of the incredible triangle ladder match the Dudley Boys had against the Hardys and Edge and Christian for the WWE Tag Team titles at WrestleMania 2000. And that was just the beginning.
You got that right, Michael. There was incredible history between those three teams. Each duo put it all on the line so they could be WWE Tag Team Champions. Even though the wild matches between them had TLC elements in them, the first official TLC match sanctioned by WWE took place at SummerSlam 2000.
You can see the confidence just beaming from her right now.
Asuka with a kick down stick.
With a running hip attack.
That has got to be it.
This is Asuka's chance.
At 2016's Clash of Champions, it was another classic triple threat match for the Raw Women's Championship. It was Bayley versus the Boss, Sasha Banks, versus the champion, Charlotte Flair. The match started out more like a singles match between the Boss and the Queen. Bayley learned very quickly it was every woman for herself.
Focused attack on the back.
The challenger's taking on some offense. Got to be careful this doesn't turn into a 2-on-1 assault.
Not surprising, Cole. When you're in the ring with two of the best women on the roster, you're going to take a few lumps. That's just the way.
And with that, Asuka is your new champion.
Triple threats always deliver 3 times the action, and that one was no exception. Take a look.
Hope everybody at home set those DVRs because that was a match you're going to want to watch again and again and again. Epic.
your winner, and the new SmackDown Women's Champion, Asuka!
Looking dominant at times in the victory.
Simply put, she wanted it more than the other two did tonight.
Thank you for spending part of your Sunday with us. I think you'll agree the action seen here at TLC is...
The following contest is a tables, ladders, and chairs match, and is for the Intercontinental Championship.
Lock the doors!
Hide your kids! Hide your wife!
Friends is in the house!
Introducing the challenger from Cincinnati, Ohio, weighing in at 225 pounds, Dean Ambrose.
Here comes the Kingslayer!
Seth freaking Rollins, the Kingslayer, the architect, undeniably one of the best superstars WWE has seen this generation.
And introducing the champion from Davenport, Iowa, weighing in at 217 pounds, he is the Intercontinental Champion, Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins has made a career out of taking risks and seizing opportunities.
The pairing of Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins is that rare case where great allies also make for equally great enemies.
It's hard to choose what's more entertaining, Dean and Seth as a unit or at each other's throats. However, Ambrose should never forget how Seth Rollins once put a knife in his back and said it was just business.
What a strike!
Harsh impact.
Here's Dean Ambrose in position now.
You better stay right where he is.
That'll hinder your modeling career.
Seth Rollins in some trouble here, but he's the champ for a reason. It's going to take a whole heck of a lot more to stop him here tonight.
Oh, this is nothing, Cole. You don't compete in a TLC match without collecting a few bruises.
I think a lot of people right now are scratching their heads wondering how he let this match get so out of hand.
Seth Rollins is a true student of the game. Byron, how do you stay one step ahead of the architect and hope to defeat Rollins?
It's a tall order, Michael. I think if you remove any backup from the equation, you can put Rollins in panic mode where he'll make mistakes.
Seth Rollins taking advantage now.
Well, he's the Kingslayer. Dean Ambrose is in trouble here, but you still have to be careful.
Oh, man, Dean Ambrose is really feeling the pressure.
You know, removing Seth Rollins' support structure could work, Byron. I'm thinking back to times the Shield or J&J Security were banned from ringside and Rollins didn't adapt well.
The Architect has detailed plans for his allies and how he expects events to unfold. When a wild card's thrown in there, it can deter Seth Rollins, but not for long.
Seth Rollins blends high-flying abilities with brutal, grounded strikes to keep opponents guessing. If you're an opponent, how do you find an opening?
I've faced Seth Rollins many times, but that was before his injury. That right knee is a big target now, and I'd aim all my attacks right at that. Beautiful technique. Hooked up. Boom! Going back to Seth's knee, I'm one to... Leg is hooked. Here we go. Perfect plex.
We might be looking at a new champ here.
All that's left now is for Ambrose to finish this.
Back between the ropes.
TLC matches became so popular that WWE established a separate special event named after...
Great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around. Ooh, neck breaker.
Oh, and the ladder finds the mark.
Going to be tough to bounce back from that one.
Corey, you mentioned this earlier, but it bears repeating. The match had incredible historical significance. The World Heavyweight Championship dates back to the early 1900s. The WWE Championship dates back to 1963. In the first WWE Champion, Nature Boy, Buddy Rogers. There was a big fight feel in Houston, Texas that night.
It looked like the Viper was going to win after he handcuffed Cena to the bottom rope, but Cena detached the rope and fought back against Orton. Both men struggled until the Apex Predator ripped Cena off the ladder, forcing him to land face first on a table. The Viper became immortalized when he grabbed both historic prizes and became the WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Somebody wound him up and he's off and running. All right, listen up, morons. Especially you, Byron.
A tables, ladders, and chairs match, commonly known as the TLC match, originated thanks to three of the greatest tag teams of all time. I'm talking about the Dudley Boys, the Hardy Boys, and Edge and Christian. You got the tables for the Dudleys, the left.
Leg is hooked. Here we go. Perfect plex.
But he's running on fumes here. Does he have enough left in him to capitalize?
Corey, you spoke about the TLC match. It is interesting to note that the TLC match... He's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less, Cole.
Close quarters. Oh, a knee right to the face.
That knee is a lethal weapon.
A barrage of strikes.
Endless.
The challenger's starting to slow down a bit here. But he's very aware of who he's in there with and what he has to do to rebound.
TLC matches became so popular that WWE established a separate special event named after the match. In 2013, WWE once again made history. This was history that was 50 years in the making. The Viper, Randy Orton, was WWE Champion. John Cena was the World Heavyweight Champion. The winner would leave as WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Corey, you mentioned this earlier, but it bears repeating. The match had incredible historical significance. The World Heavyweight Championship dates back to the early 1900s. The WWE Championship dates back to 1963. In the first WWE Champion, Nature Boy, Buddy Rogers. There was a big fight feel in Houston, Texas that night.
It looked like the Viper was going to win after he handcuffed Cena to the bottom rope, but Cena detached the rope and fought back against Orton. Both men struggled until the Apex Predator ripped Cena off the ladder, forcing him to land face first on a table. The Viper became immortalized when he grabbed both historic prizes and became the WWE World Heavyweight Champion.
Being unhinged, unstable is the calling card of Dean Ambrose. But, Corey, I know you don't see Ambrose as one of the smartest superstars on the roster.
No, I don't. However, I do see Ambrose as having an uncanny... Leg is hooked. Here we go.
Perfect plex. Just when you thought he had nothing left.
As Corey spoke to Dean Ambrose's pain tolerance, it's worth noting that Ambrose is usually inflicting...
Great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy. Spinebuster!
Nighty night.
Looking at Dean Ambrose's tenure in WWE, Ambrose has always been an odd personality. Never one to conform to the norms of WWE. Ambrose plays mind games with his opponents that seem to be done more for his own amusement than anything else. There's no quit in these guys, but unfortunately only one of them can be victorious here tonight.
Michael expressed how Dean Ambrose marches to the beat of his own drum. This is true, but don't let his humor fool you. Ambrose carries a dangerous chip on his shoulder.
Look, everybody, including Dean's Shield brothers, have a chip on their shoulder, but you don't see them bringing mannequins and potted plants to the ring. Maybe if Ambrose were to show some more professionalism, he'll be taken more seriously.
Come on, get up that ladder. Let's go. You can do it.
He doesn't want to do this outside the ring.
Vicious strike.
Okay.
This might be it. Oh, my.
Dean Ambrose looking a little uneasy here. His hopes of winning this match appear to be dwindling in a hurry.
It looks to me like he may have lost focus there for a minute. He was really cruising for a while.
What a strike. Taking on any more damage here could very well mean the beginning of the end. Here comes Ambrose. This singles contest has a victor. A lot of good action in that one. Here's another look.
That was just one of those matches that the men involved should just be proud to be a part of. A legendary performance.
Here's your winner and the new Intercontinental Champion, Dean Ambrose.
That's it.